In the midst of a war-torn Japan, a single story emerges that defies the bounds of human endurance. This is the story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a man whose fate entwined him with two of history's most catastrophic events. In 1945, when the world witnessed the unleashing of atomic power, the city of Hiroshima was struck by a devastating bomb, and with it came unimaginable suffering and chaos. Yet amid this terror, one man's life took an extraordinary turn. Born into a modest life, Yamaguchi's existence was forever altered on that fateful day in Hiroshima, as a blinding flash and overwhelming destruction reshaped not only the city, but also the course of his life. As history unfolded, his journey did not end with that single tragic blow. In a twist of fate, he returned to his hometown of Nagasaki, a city that too would soon face the wrath of atomic fire. His survival of both bombings stands as a stark reminder of the resilience and unpredictability of the human spirit. In this narrative, we delve deep into Tsutomu Yamaguchi's experience, exploring his early life, the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the enduring lessons his life offers us today with sincere clarity. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was born into a modest family in Japan, growing up in an environment where hard work, respect, and quiet determination formed the pillars of daily life. His early years were marked by simple routines and a deep connection to community traditions. In his youth, he learned the values of perseverance and humility, which would later come to define his character in the face of overwhelming adversity. As he matured, Tsutomu became a diligent worker whose steadfast nature earned him the respect of co-workers and neighbors alike. Daily life in pre-war Japan was both serene and challenging, a blend of cultural richness, community bonds, and the looming uncertainties of a world on the brink of cataclysm. Slowly, the winds of change began to stir as the nation prepared for the trials of conflict. Rumors of impending strife and the unsettling hum of political tension cast shadows over everyday life. Despite these forebodings, Tsutomu remained largely unaware of the magnitude of the events that would soon reshape the course of history. His quiet existence, punctuated by simple family gatherings and the steady rhythm of work, was soon to be shattered by the chaos of war. Every small detail of his ordinary life, the daily stroll through a familiar neighborhood, the warm greetings exchanged with friends, and the enduring hope for a peaceful future, would soon become a distant memory. Unbeknownst to him, the convergence of fate and national tragedy had already begun to weave its intricate tapestry, setting the stage for an encounter with events too colossal to imagine. His unyielding spirit and quiet determination would soon be revealed to be more extraordinary than anyone could imagine. In the early hours of August 6, 1945, Hiroshima was a city like any other, its streets alive with everyday hustle and the promise of a new day. In a split second, the sound of normalcy was shattered as a blinding flash illuminated the horizon, marking the arrival of an unparalleled catastrophe. Tsutomu Yamaguchi, who had been going about his daily routine, suddenly found himself at the epicenter of unimaginable horror. The sudden explosion transformed the bustling cityscape into a surreal canvas of fire and devastation. Amid the shock and disarray, the intense heat and radiating light created a moment of suspended time where human life was caught in a maelstrom of chaos. In that terrifying moment, every sense was overwhelmed. The brilliant light seared the eyes, and the roaring blast drowned out all other sound. Yamaguchi's heart pounded in his chest as he instinctively sought shelter, moving through streets that quickly crumbled into ruins. The air was thick with dust, and the distant cries of those injured and lost filled the atmosphere. In the midst of this desolation, Yamaguchi's determination emerged, compelling him to abandon inaction despite the overwhelming despair. He moved with a purpose born from desperation, navigating the treacherous aftermath with a steady resolve that belied the chaos around him. Each step forward was a battle against both physical obstacles and the paralyzing fear that attempted to seize his mind. The city of Hiroshima, once vibrant and full of promise, now lay in smoldering fragments, a testament to the destructive power of atomic fury. In this maelstrom of suffering, Yamaguchi's survival became a beacon, a forlorn yet resilient sign of hope amidst the rubble. As horrific moments unfolded, His determination and instinct for survival stood as a silent tribute to the human capacity to endure even the most unimaginable trials. In the ensuing hours, survivors struggled to comprehend the scale of the devastation. As the city's landscape morphed into an otherworldly scene of burning debris and echoing loss, each moment etching memories of pain and perseverance that would forever haunt those who witnessed it. A legacy of endurance. After the overwhelming devastation of Hiroshima, Tsutomu Yamaguchi began a perilous journey toward Nagasaki, driven by duty and a fragile hope. With Hiroshima in ruins and chaos reigning on every street, his steps carried him beyond the boundaries of an altered world. Each stride was a somber step across a landscape scarred by fire and loss. The road he traveled bore silent testimony to a life once filled with vibrancy, now reduced to echoes of shattered dreams. Amid crumbled buildings and hazy horizons, uncertainty was his constant companion. Yet a resilient spark within guided his every move, pushing him forward despite overwhelming despair. The transition from the burning ruins to the unknown devastation that awaited in Nagasaki imbued his journey with a tense inevitability. With every mile, the fragility of survival became ever more apparent, and fate's unpredictable hand seemed to shape his path. In this solitary pilgrimage, every moment was a test of courage and resolve. Tsutomu's determined march through desolation amid both physical obstacles and lingering dread was a quiet act of defiance against the encroaching darkness. His progress echoed with the understated power of human endurance, a solitary voice rising above the silence of broken world, silently. In a twist of fate, when Tsutomu Yamaguchi reached Nagasaki, the city itself was on the brink of disaster. As if echoing the horror of Hiroshima, Nagasaki soon became the stage for another catastrophic explosion. In a matter of moments, the familiar streets transformed into a scene of unearthly devastation, with a blinding flash that momentarily silenced any hope of normalcy. The atomic bomb that fell on Nagasaki unleashed a fury that was as terrifying as it was swift. Yamaguchi, now weathered by the recent horrors, found himself thrown into a maelstrom of shock and disbelief. The air vibrated with a palpable tension as the city was engulfed in intense heat and swirling dust. His heart, already scarred by memories of Hiroshima, pounded with a mix of adrenaline and despair as he navigated through collapsing structures and disoriented crowds. Every sensory detail, from the searing glare to the acrid smell of smoke, seemed designed to imprint the enormity of the suffering upon his soul. In that surreal moment, the city of Nagasaki was stripped to its bare essence, revealing the raw, painful consequences of atomic warfare. Yet, amidst the horror and disintegration of the physical world, Yamaguchi's inner resolve shone through. Despite the searing pain and overwhelming chaos, he moved with an almost mechanical determination, each step resonating with the quiet strength of a man who had already defied death. The twin shocks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki merged into a profound testament to human endurance. In the heat of devastation, Yamaguchi's solitary survival became not only a personal victory, but also a stark, living reminder of the unspeakable costs of war. As the chaos gradually subsided, the silent echoes of the bombing left an indelible mark on his spirit, forever entwining his fate with the tragic legacy of that fateful day. In the aftermath, as survivors gathered amidst the ruins and the world reeled from shock, Yamaguchi's solitary presence served as a poignant reminder that even in the wake of such profound horror, the light of human resilience can never be completely extinguished, echoing through time as an eternal symbol of hope. Standing at the intersection of personal tragedy and global conflict, Tsutomu Yamaguchi's life offers a profound meditation on the costs of war and the undying spirit of survival. His experiences in both Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve not only as historical accounts, but as enduring lessons on resilience, sacrifice, and the fragile nature of life. In reflecting upon his journey, we see a man who was tested by the extremes of human cruelty and nature's indiscriminate fury, yet emerged with a quiet dignity that transcends time. His story invites us to consider the far-reaching impact of conflict on individuals and societies alike, urging us to never forget the immense suffering wrought by the atomic bombings. The legacy he carries is not merely one of survival, but a living testament to the power of human endurance against seemingly insurmountable odds. from the smoldering ruins to the annals of history. Yamaguchi's life has become a beacon, prompting us to cherish every moment and to strive for a future where peace prevails. In this narrative, the echoes of past tragedies remind us that hope can be found even in the darkest of hours. It compels us to honor the memories of all those lost and to commit ourselves to the pursuit of understanding and reconciliation, ensuring that such devastation is never repeated. Looking back over the decades, his enduring testimony shines as a powerful call for peace, urging humanity to embrace dialogue over destruction, compassion over cruelty, and memory over forgetfulness, so that the painful lessons of history inspire a global commitment to building a world where such horrors are relegated to memory and never repeated, fostering a legacy of hope and unity for future generations. This vision, born from suffering and nurtured by resilience, calls on every soul to work for lasting peace.